Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 732nd installment of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. Yeah, baby, yeah. Traders, as you know, these videos are geared to teach you the art of technical analysis. We also know that that is risky and does not always work. Trading commodities is certainly not suitable for every trading account, so make sure that you understand this game if you are going to play it and you have risk capital. Traders, this video is being filmed on Sunday night for Trading Sunday through Monday. That is May 16, 2011, and we have a few things on our board. Right off the bat, you'll recognize there's a red Omni. Boo for red Omnis, right? Second of all, you know I am a man of my word, right? That goes without saying. In my last video, I showed you a technique called the swing day. I showed you about 12 swing days that we found, and I've shown you I don't know how many swing days in the past that have worked really, really well, so you can always count on swing days, but nothing is 100%. I also said to you that, hey, if these swing days don't work, I am so convinced of technical analysis that if they don't work, I'll either hang myself or I'll eat my hat, right? Well, I didn't forget the promise. Now, luckily, as I was constructing a noose today, a couple of friends came by and they sort of saved me and said, Oscar, you'd be much better off just trying to choke down a hat. So, you know, maybe they're right. I'm not going to hang myself today. Instead, I will eat my hat because, as I said, I am a man of my word, and only 4 out of those 12 swing days worked. And if you ask me, that makes me a loser. 4 out of 12 is not even 50%, as we know. So, the swing days did not work, and I'm going to have to eat my hat. Traders, my Omni hat, here it is. I'm going to eat this hat before your eyes, or at least some of it. It's going to hurt. I think it's made out of kryptonite. We'll see what happens. Look, I think, what is this, porcelain? What'd you guys give me to eat? This is going to hurt, but hey, I'll do it. For the sake of being honest and always being forthright. Certainly the trade didn't work on Friday. Hey, one thing I will say before I eat my hat, none of us traded Friday, so at least we didn't get caught in it, but time to go. I ate my hat. How about that? Traders? Wow, that was pretty good. Give me that towel. Wow, that was good. I must have stuff all over me at this point because that was pretty nasty. All right, so you've seen me eat my hat. That's been done. I will do it again, and I will make that same challenge. Maybe not tonight. Tonight we got something completely different going on. First question I have for you is this. Does my face look like that hand? Because if it does, I'm in some trouble right now. All right. So, traders, there you are. I ate my hat, and that's about that. It is time for us to get down to business. What do we have here on the board, traders? U.S. indices are bearish for tomorrow. Support levels are being breached in U.S. indices, and I'm going to show you some charts to prove that to you. The dollar's strength is changing the game, traders. And I want to tell you this right now, do not fall in love with the downside. And with no further ado, let me show you some charts. Okay, traders, omniacs, hat eaters, you name it, the people that like to play this game, let's go to work. Here's what we're looking at. The leader of the U.S. indices, the Dow Jones Transportation Average Daily Bar, settled right here on Friday in this must-hold area. Here's the thing that happens, though. The leader, the Dow Jones Transportation Average, does not open until 9:30 a.m. OST tomorrow morning. Whereas the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Russell, these markets are all going to open this evening, and they're going to start trading. And, in fact, they've already opened. So here's the thing. If, in fact, they open and start to drop tonight, this will never even have a chance to hold this support line. It will open up tomorrow morning lower and keep on going. It is the leader, but it's not open right now when the followers are. So they can easily crack. Now, take a look at these indicators of the leader. These are indicators on the Dow Jones Transportation Average. You have the RSI, Relative Strength Index, pointing straight down. You have slow stochastics pointing straight down. You have the CCI, or Commodity Channel Index, pointing straight down. The one that's troublesome, if you ask me, is the MACD. This is usually a trend indicator where a market will start to head to for a couple of days at least on a daily fashion. These are indicators overlaid on a daily chart. What's troublesome about the MACD is that it just crossed on Friday, and you've seen that we settled right below the support. That is almost telltale that we'll spend at least a day or two on the downside for the Dow Jones Transportation Average. So I think the S&P and the NASDAQ probably start their descent tonight. NASDAQ daily bar, this is where we look right now this evening, Sunday evening. It has already opened and it has breached its support and is starting to head down towards the OMNI average. The NASDAQ, one of the leaders, already on its way down Sunday evening. The S&P E-mini has already opened. Look at the support, how well it held for quite some time. On Friday, we settled right at the support line, and Monday night, or Sunday night from Monday, we've opened up and we're down here below the support line. That is troublesome because that's going to make that transportation average open below its support line. So you're seeing that we are definitely dropping if you look at the technical picture for Monday. Now, dollar index, this is basically what is making all of this happen. Dollar index has broken out of its parallel channel, which has been bearish for quite some time. It is now above it. It rallied above, came back, tested it on Friday, and then took off and settled all the way up here. That's a bullish sign, being that it came back down and retested its support. So now you have the dollar up here on Sunday night and likely will go higher. I will say this. This is the OMNI average, and many markets are starting to approach it, so I would not get too happy with the movement that you see right now. However, for Sunday night into Monday, we think the dollar goes higher. We think that the S&P starts off going lower, and that should take some other markets with it. I would think that the currencies go lower, and probably the grains as well. Some of the grains, probably soybeans at least. We'll see what the other ones want to do. But it's the dollar that makes the commodities go down when the dollar goes up. And I think soybeans and corn are both susceptible to going lower, just like the crude oil, based on that dollar. And for now, the dollar is forcing the S&P to go lower. But traders, the dollar's strength is a game changer, yes, but do not fall in love with the downside of this S&P drop. We are in a big booming bull market, and all bull markets have dips. I would not be so worried that this is the beginning of a bear market. We are just having a pullback in a solid, strong bull market. Do not fall in love with downside movement. So, traders, you've seen me eat the hat, and here we are. You've also seen the analysis, and I'll tell you what, traders, I have put, I don't know, 731 other videos before your eyes. You can count on two hands how many of those would have forced me to eat my hat. And that's because I do not use my opinion ever. I use the technical analysis that I teach you right here on this whiteboard. That technical analysis has been more right than anything I have ever seen in my 29-year career. And for you traders that have followed me, for you Omniacs, I am certain that you would agree. So, of course, we know it's not always going to work out, but technical analysis is certainly the roadmap to future price forecasting. Traders, support levels being breached in the indices, you've seen that. Dollar's strength is a game changer, you're seeing that. But remember, do not fall in love with the downside. Traders, the markets are much, much better at forecasting news than the news is at forecasting the markets. Markets are always right. The news always comes out afterwards. Fundamentals come out in the charts first, and the best way to read through them are using the techniques that we put before you. So traders, learn them and live them, and always use stops, because we know a stop is your best friend, and never trade without them. Traders, come to my site. It's livewithoscar.com. Jump into my free chat room and hang out with me, and I'll teach you more about these techniques. Remember this. I want you to keep your emotions out of trading at all times. One of the best things you can do to help yourselves with that is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stop soaring. Emotions are out.
Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.